It's holiday season. You've booked flight tickets to Hong Kong, but you have no idea where to go. Well, you're in the right place. I am Google's new AI assistant Rose, and I'll help you find best tourist hotspots. Let's check out this tour designed by the Rosian Travelers Club. Arriving at the Hong Kong International Airport at 10 a.m., we are going to check in a heritage hotel in Tsim Sha Tsui by taking the MTR from Airport Station to Hong Kong Station, Central Station, and lastly Tsim Sha Tsui Station. Walk for around 7 minutes, a Victorian neoclassical architecture comes into view. The hotel formerly was the Marine Police headquarters, which was occupied by the Hong Kong Marine Police from 1880s to 1990s, and later on declared as a monument. After the revitalization, there were several creatures conserved which welcome guests to visit. For instance, the noonday gun, prison cells, and pigeon houses. Not only does the common area have the antique flavor, but also each suite. The red brick wall in the balcony and the floor-to-ceiling windows provide a great sense of art and elegance. Finishing the check-in, we would then kick off our trip by visiting the Shih Tzu Center through MTR and get off at Austin Station. Cantonese opera is listed as an intangible cultural heritage. Its significance is highly recognized. Yet, this culture is seemingly forgotten by lots of people. Shih Tzu Center aims at preserving, promoting, and developing the art of Chinese traditional theater and nurturing Cantonese opera. A 1-hour guided tour which could be registered free online would take us around the main faculties in the center, explore the interesting facts about Chinese opera and learn about the architectural and design features. Including but not limited to visiting the Grand Theatre and the Tea House Theatre and appreciating an opera performance. After the tour, we could incidentally go to a restaurant called Peony Garden located on the ground floor in Shih Tzu Center paying tribute to the Chinese opera culture. Peony Garden is named after the Peony Pavilion, a masterpiece in Chinese literature. The elegant retro design features, such as the roofs of Chinese-style pavilions and carved wooden doors and windows, are one of the attractions in the restaurant. Foods are mainly Hong Kong local cuisine, ranging from tea house favorites to hawker street food snacks. After that, we are going to get on the MTR and arrive at Sung Wong Toi Station. Walk for a few minutes and then we could see an enormous steely engraved, Kowloon walled city park. There is no doubt that this place makes tourists learn more about Hong Kong, as it records the past of our city, a region that even terrified the police, the Kowloon walled city. Inside the park, there are many spots which are equally valuable to visit. The park contains a lot of monuments. For example, there is a yamen inside the commemorative museum, the couplet attached on the wall, the grey bricks and the wooden beams. These take visitors into a time when the walled city still exists. After appreciating the great architecture, we would travel to the 5-star hotel by getting off at the Tsim Sha Tsui station and then have a luxurious buffet dinner there. Lastly, we would walk along the Tsim Sha Tsui waterfront promenade and take a look at the night beauty of Hong Kong. Furthermore, the Avenue of Stars is a spot which honors the Hong Kong film industry and showcases our local stars. Along the path, we could discover some enormous statues and numerous handprints. Then, we would walk back to the hotel for around 8 minutes. For the second day, first we will go to Lam Fong Yuan to have breakfast. It is famous for silk stocking milk tea and you can enjoy the Hong Kong-style breakfast. Then, we will go to the Hong Kong Heritage Museum by MTR. Hong Kong Heritage Museum provides different exhibitions about history, art and culture. Here, you may learn about Chinese culture, the origin of art and the art style in the past. In the Cantonese Opera Heritage Hall, you can see a theatre built by bamboo. It fully presents the history and the unique characteristics of Cantonese opera. Costumes, postbills and photos are also shown. You may revisit the life and career of the opera star. T.T. Sui Gallery of Chinese Art and Chao Shannon Gallery displays ample works of art ranging from ceramics, pottery, sculpture to bronzes. Through the gallery, you can get insight into the past living and the theme of art. Besides, a 360 degrees virtual tour of the Lingnan Art Studio is built for you to explore the stories behind the displays. After that, we will go to Crystal Jade for lunch. Crystal Jade has been providing Chinese cuisine for over 25 years. It is famous for xiao long bao and la mian, which are the must-eat food in Crystal Jade. Next, we will go to the Art Museum, the Chinese University of Hong Kong by MTR. Art Museum, the Chinese University of Hong Kong displays different exhibitions, which will be changed from time to time. The current exhibitions are about art history, archaeology, scientific testing, and experimental restoration of gold craftsmanship. It also showcases 20 rabbit-related artifacts, as it is the year of the rabbit. Then, we will go to Café Tolo, which is nearby, to have afternoon tea. You may enjoy the scenic view with the tasty dessert. After that, we will go to How G Craft, by taxi. How G Craft makes paper craft work for different festivals. The paper craft masters use bamboo strips, iron wire, gauze paper and cloth to form a three-dimensional structure. After coloring and assembling, they make various tying works. Paper craft belongs to one of Hong Kong's intangible cultural heritage. It is really worthwhile to visit the paper craft shop, have a look of the process of making paper craft work. Finally, we will go to have dinner at the Queen by taxi. The Queen is one of the restaurants in House 1881. The Queen gathers Chinese classics across the regions using the fresh seasonal produce around the world to provide delicious Chinese delicacies. On the third and last day of the trip, we will start our day at 9 a.m. in the morning and have breakfast at the hotel. Then we will visit the Causeway Bay Tin Hau Temple, where we will stay for an hour and appreciate the rich cultural history. Next, we will visit the Pok Fu Lam Reservoir, where we will stay for 2 hours and appreciate the historical architectures that densely populate the area. We will then visit Bethany, a historical building complex built in 1875 as a sanatorium by the Paris Foreign Missions Societies. It currently acts as a campus for the Hong Kong Academy for Performing Arts. Our next visit will be to Tai Kwan, where we will be enjoying our 1-hour lunch in one of the many restaurants in the historical and cultural environment. We will then be staying for another hour and attend a tour that introduces us to the backstory of Tai Kwan and how it came to be today. Our last stop before heading for the airport will be the former site of the Victoria Prison, built in 1841 and named in honor of Queen Victoria. We will then head for the Central MTR station and take the Airport Express to the airport and leave this wonderful place behind for home sweet home. That's all for the Wasian Arts and Architecture Tour. I'm sure you'll be persuaded to apply for this spectacular tour and enjoy your time in Hong Kong, amazed by the beauty and history of these places. If you're interested in learning more about these hotspots, just ask me on Google. Happy holidays! Rose out.